dear grandson, my prophet, my tattooed poet of the sweetheart. The wounds your father gave you, God did not heal, but did close, even if in scars, so that you received this strength to stand up against him for yourself, to declare just as a boy your independence, and to determine to grow into your own man. This is one of your gifts and wonders that makes me admire you, makes me happiest about you, for you. Only I ask you, in dead seriousness, think about what being a man is. The strength of heart to fight for love, to defend it over and over and over again. That's manly.
I love you too.
Anyway, it'll be wonderful to see you. I much look forward to it. Love, your Grandpa Packak.
Jack would be like the person welcoming into heaven. Like he literally thought like Jack was God. He loved him so much. He was like super just intelligent, very smart, but he also like didn't judge anybody. He'd always say that. Whenever Gus like got a new tattoo or something, Jack like wouldn't even notice. Like he just like looked him straight in the eyes always, and I think Gus like really appreciated that.
My dad is a big letter writer. He's old school, so he does like to write a lot of emails, but he also does like to write actual letters and send them in the mail. I mean, he wrote to the boys a lot, and he felt that it was important to write to both of them. Gus was home, Oscar was in college, but Gus was floundering. So he just wanted to reach out to Gus and write to him.
Dear Gus, I think your mama asked you if you'd like to do that research for me at the NYU library for pay and travel and other expenses into the city and out. Let me know if you'll do it. I'm sure you can do it. Your mama and I can easily explain how. I believe in you, Gus. I know you'll find your way, and it'll be a good, strong way. These days especially, take good care of yourself. Think about things you really like or don't like. Wonder why you like them or don't. Talk to your friends about them, or make friends that do want to talk about them. Life is full of surprises. Some of them, I know from my experiences, are very bad, but some are wonderful. I can tell you, too, that these years you're living now, 16, 17, are particularly hard years. It's hard to know what to do, but you'll get through them, and things will start to get clear and make sense. Whatever you may say or do, have faith in yourself and in your mama. I do look forward to seeing you at some point over the summer. Love, Packak, your Grandpa. Dear Gus, I hear you had a pretty hard week. I'm sorry. But once you get big, and you're big now, it can get very spooky when you have a really hard fight. It's maybe hardest because even after the dust settles, it's hard to know how to reconnect, what to say, what to think even to yourself. There are lots of people in the world, crappy as it is, whom you will learn you cannot trust. You may like them or not. You may work with them or not. But you can't trust them. If you do, they'll betray you. But there are people whom you can trust, in whom you can have faith. I know so sure that I'd put my hand in the fire to prove it. Keep your faith, and the love will always be there. Love, your Grandpa Packak. Dear Gus, believe me, I know things about boys your mother cannot know. She's learned it now from Oscar and you. But I already know it, having lived through it and learned it from Alfred. I can tell you, I see pure gold in you. It's not just success. Actually, it's not success at all. It's the good we do. The good you can do. The good I believe you will do. The good you don't understand now, can't see now, but will see better and better as you get older. There's tremendous strength in this kind of work. The kind that moves mountains. It's a strength that comes purely from a deep, special kind of yearning. A yearning for making things right. A yearning for justice. I'm sorry about your bike being stolen. Let's just say without planning to do it, we gave it for Christmas to a poor kid. But while I'm in this world, you're not going to go without a real Christmas present. Even if it's not the same kind of little bike, we'll get you some wheels. Only remember, the best presents aren't things, material things, but qualities, experiences we cannot lose. You, your mom, and Oscar and Alfred coming to see me at Christmas was by far the best present I could have. I can't lose it. It's in a better place even than my memory. It's in the memory of my heart. Is there any particular Johnny Cash CD you'd like? I hope you stay warm and well, study hard, be good. Hasta febrero. Love, your Grandpa Packak. Dear Gus, after the letter I sent you yesterday, I need to write you something else because it's been pressing me so sharp and hard on my mind the last couple of days. You all three, your brother, you, and your mother, have been now through 2 very stressful years. The collapse and end of her marriage, and the collapse and end of the only family your brother and you ever knew. This has to be terribly painful and confusing. Off and on it makes people frantic, bewildered, and furious. It's probably something you cannot talk about with anybody. But my advice is if you can't talk about it, at least don't deny it or run from it. Ask yourself whom you respect, if anybody, and if there are any such people, write a few words, maybe no more than a short sentence or two, saying to yourself why you respect them. And if you don't respect anything or anybody, including me, ask yourself why you don't. Maybe you have good reasons. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't think you need a reason. Just think about it, not once, but over days. One day you and I might talk about it. Love, your Grandpa Packak. I'd had my usual day, a couple hours at the gym in the morning and then working hard in the afternoon. Come home about 6:30, make my soup, and go to bed. and get up at 5 and do my routine for the next day. And but then some point in the middle of the night, the light went on, and Jenny, Liza's mother, came. She has a key to the house, and she came in and kind of just touched me, and with the light, I woke up, and she said, kind of taking a breath, "Gus is dead." And that woke me up. I don't think I'd felt anything that bad. Or so strangely bad. Ever before. It's just a wound that I think it heals, but only in the sense that the pain of it never really ends. The shock of the pain subsides unevenly, because sometimes, you know, the littlest thing. Harvard Square, I see some kid walking along the way Gus walked in a kind of, I don't know what kind of, how to describe it. And just, you know, I mean, daily, it gets to you. You know, everybody's life in that way is some kind of instant in eternity. And the good in it is just there forever. I mean, I think Augustine got that from Plato, and from what he understood from Greekish gospels like John, that these things are limitlessly good, and that makes me feel I don't have to worry about it. It's just true. I mean, there's that gospel song that I remembered some point over the last few years about this little light of mine, but the chorus is wonderful, more than the verses, I think. It's about, do remember me way beyond the blue. I think that's where truth is, way beyond the blue. But it's as real as it is here and now. So Gus is gone, but you know, he's way beyond the blue. The deepest significance of being in the world, but not of it. You don't have to accept the limits of it. And certainly Gus did. He had work to do, and he wanted to do it, to say what he had to say, a real bell-ringing truth. He wanted to get it right and get it out. I think that's, real art, and more than that, real soul.